So fans, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another movie review. And if you are new here, well, welcome. Sit down, relax. And so today we're going to be doing a nice spoiler-free review of Kung Fu Panda 4. Hope you guys, coming up right now, if you guys enjoy the show. Jesus, guys, I'm rushing all this. All right, guys, quiet on set. Scene 1, take 1. Action. Boom. Now, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you share it with your friends, and also hit that bell for notifications, because it really does help the channel a lot. And so you know, your boy put up a new video and all that stuff. So, whew, yeah. Kung Fu Panda 4 is a story of Po trying to resist to stop he's resisting from retiring as a Dragon Warrior because he finds himself as that's the only thing he's good at. But then again, Po tries, he figures out along the way that he's more than that. Well, this Fox, played by Awkwafina, I think her name is Jen, comes in and tries to, well, just steal a bunch of shit at the temple, but there's a twist. I'm not gonna give it away because it's spoiler free. While the chameleon, played by Viola Davis, wants the Po's spiritual staff to open the spirit realm so she could consume all the kung fu from every warrior, from Tai Lung, Shen, and Kai, and everybody else. So yeah, so it's up for Po, and well, with the help of Shen, or I'm just gonna call her Awkwafina because I don't want to butcher the name, because yeah, I just don't want to butcher names today. It's up for Awkwafina and Po to stop. Well, it's kind of Awkwafina when you think about it. When you really watch the movies, you mostly just hear Awkwafina, but she does a great job. But anyways, it's up for Po and Shen to stop the chameleon. But then again, there are some twists here and there. But then again, they're kind of predictable. But then again, I don't want to get into it because this is a spoiler-free review. And now let's get on to the video. I gotta say, I really dug this one. I think that this is a franchise, in my opinion, that we have yet to have a bad Kung Fu Panda installment, in my opinion. I love the first Kung Fu Panda movie. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I remember when the second one came out, I was mad that it was coming out. I was like, oh, this doesn't need a sequel. This movie, Kung Fu Panda 2 sucks. This is before me like being ignorant and not seeing the movie before judging it. Oh, this movie sucks. You don't need a story for this. You know, you don't need another one. What is there to tell? The first one wrapped up, man. Fuck Kung Fu Panda. Oh, damn, I'm trying to keep this. Nah, fuck it. Fuck Kung Fu Panda 2. But then again, I saw it. I'm like, man, this is better than the first one. And 3, although I don't think it's as good as 2, 3, I fucking love. I think all the first 3 movies are freaking masterpiece. And here, this is good, but not as good as the first 3. And let me just get to my negatives out the way, or just and some nitpicks here. Some of the nitpicks is just that the villain's motivation is very one-dimensional, but Viola Davis makes it fun. But then again, there are some things where, like, well, the villain wanted to learn Kung Fu, where she's come from, but she was denied of Kung Fu because she was too small. But then again, she does this chameleon powers where she learns a bit of the Kung Fu-ness of... The movie opens up with her mimicking Tai Lung. But, so how the hell does she know his Kung Fu? But why does she need his Kung Fu? Like, maybe she just wanted all of his Kung Fu to master the Kung Fu. I don't know, but it's a bit weird her motivation is, but we all know that's she just wants to take over the world. It's a typical cartoon, well, anime cartoon villain is. And I think that the humor is not as funny as the first 3. The first 3 are clever. I mean, it's funny, but it's not as clever. It's not as, in my opinion, clever as the first 3. And the story is the weakest. It does feel like a Saturday morning, like an hour and a half Saturday morning episode of, like, well, the Kung Fu Panda show. It's not to say that the show wasn't bad. It's just that this doesn't feel like a 100% true, like a true continuation of Po's story. But it does feel like it's still a good enough story, an epilogue for it. Yeah, I know I'm contradicting a bit here and there, but then again, because I'm just thinking about it as I'm saying this, but I'd say it's a nice epilogue, good enough epilogue for Po's journey, but it's also at the same time a pretty weak story compared to the first 3. So yeah, that is my complaints and all that stuff from the movie. But we just get on to the positives. The animation, of course, is great. I like that there's hints of 2D, but there was already like that, I believe, in the first 3. But here is a bit more obvious and all that stuff, which is cool. Well, not too obvious, but it's just keeping it consistent. The color palette is cool and vibrant, and the fight choreography is amazing. And yeah, like the jokes are pretty funny. There's a fart joke that I find freaking funny. And I'm not the biggest fan of fart jokes. If they're done right, they hit right. But in this one, I think they hit it right. It's in the trailer. And the performances are really good. They're really good. Jack Black's great. Awkwafina was pretty good. Even though it's hard to like separate her from the character because of her voice. She just has that recognizable voice we all know. But no, she was good as Zen. I like the character Zen. And the villain, although she's a pretty one-dimensional, Viola Davis does her best of what she got, and she is amazing. She was fun. The Chameleon was a fun villain. And it's so nice to see the original voice actors that plays Tai Long. He was so cool. And also, I gotta say, without spoiling much, I like that they're in a way Tai Long does respect Poe after Poe defeated him and sent him to the spirit realm. And it's nice to see Bryan Cranston come back and his father coming back. It's just nice to see returning characters come back. And unfortunately, the Furious 5 have been pushed to the side here. But then again, you know what? Maybe then again, that's what's also missing from this movie, the Furious 5. Tigress, you miss her. You miss Monkey. You miss Mantis. You miss Crane. You miss everybody. You miss Snake. You miss everybody. But I kind of feel like maybe this is better off just to have Poe go on his own journey. And as I see Dustin Hoffman come back to play Master Shifu, oh my god, he is so funny, and I love Master Shifu in this movie. He's so fucking funny. I miss Oogway. I wish Oogway was still there, but yeah, the voice acting is still just as good. Man, they know what they're doing. And some of the philosophical messages is great. Sometimes you can't just seclude yourself to one thing if you know you're good at, or it's like you think you're good at this one thing, which is nice, but what if you are more than that? You know, there's nothing wrong for stepping outside your boundaries and push yourself to your limits. And I like that it does have a nice message throughout. I love how all these movies have a nice message, but then again, it's not as, in my opinion, it's not as strong as the message as the first three. But this is still a good message, and the score is good, but not as good as the first three. But I still like the score; it's really nice. And the pacing is nice, the editing is nice, and it's tight, and it's just great. It's fun. It's a nice, fun installment of this franchise, and I don't think it's bad at all. But I understand for people who went to see it or are disappointed or don't like this one. I understand, because it does feel, to wrap up my complaints, it does feel like a smaller scale story compared to the first three. And but there's a lot of funny jokes. It's very fun. I had a blast. And before I wrap up this video, I went into a screening and it was nothing but adults. It was a Thursday screening, and I know it's at 2 o'clock, but then again, there could have been kids in there though. The show started at 2 or 2:30 because I went to AMC in Chicago. It was a theater full of just nothing but adults, and all of us were having a good time watching the movie. But I was like, I swear there should have been kids here, because at least some kids that are not in preschool or kids who are out of school early or just not in school right now, they should have came in to see the movie. But no, it was just nothing but adults. And you know what? I think that says something, this franchise, you know? You know what? And also, I wouldn't mind a Kung Fu Panda 5. Maybe this time, maybe improve the story, maybe improve the jokes especially, and just have a bigger scale. Maybe, you know what, go a bit darker. That's just me though. I wish they can go a bit darker with that. Oh, I got a good idea for Kung Fu Panda 5, but yeah, that's just me. So with that, I'm gonna give Kung Fu Panda 4, you know what? As much as I do have my complaints and all that stuff, it's still a fun movie, and it's a nice family movie. It's not as great as the first one, but you know what? I still find it as a pretty good movie. I give it a nice solid 4 out of 5 stars. This is a fun movie, and I would recommend you guys go see it if you want to. If you're really curious, have fun. What's wrong with going to the theater and having fun? And you know what? There are some great philosophical, just good messages from like the first 3 sprinkled in here and there. I like that a lot. And the fight. Oh, I love martial arts movies. The fight scenes are still awesome. It's very reminiscent to Jackie Chan's comedic kung fu movies that he did back in the day. There's a restaurant fight scene, which I won't give away. Then again, it's online everywhere. It's such a well done sequence. It's so good. So with that, I'm gonna wrap up this video. So that is my review for Kung Fu Panda 4. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you guys so much for watching my video if you made it this far. So let me know down in the comment section below. Have you guys seen Kung Fu Panda 4? What you guys think of it? I would love to know. Please let me know down in the comment section down below. I like your opinions on it. So this is Javi from Hyper Productions signing off, and hope you guys enjoyed the show.